Right everyone, and welcome back to another F123 Fantasy Livery. Today, well, as you can see on screen, here's what happens when Andretti buy Alpha Tauri. Yeah, obviously it's the Alpha Tauri Sashi. I've tried to make it so that, obviously it's an all-white Sashi. I think last time we went with an all-red one, that we did the Andretti Cadillac. But yeah, overall, the engine cover is a little. I played about with that, and I think that's the best I'm going to get with it. It's annoying that the thing on the grills doesn't quite work. As well, obviously, there's a few things. The front wing is just. There's nothing I can do about that because it's just copying and pasting it from the rear wing as well. So, yeah, I'm overall. Although I know it's a white livery, but I think it actually it's simple, and I think it looks okay. You'd probably want a few like red lines going down the side, and probably a bit of detail, but that's not really that possible to add in on the AlphaTauri Sashi, which basically the paint file is mostly based on that big AlphaTauri logo on it. So yeah, but let me know what you think in the comments below. Now, this is the first Fantasy Livery episode since the sports update came out a few weeks ago now. I just thought I'd run you through all the other liveries. The Red Bull is unchanged as well from its White Bull livery. Annoyingly, they changed the Ferrari paint file though, so yeah, but if I've seen there's Las Vegas, we're going to be getting that livery in the game very soon on the Ferrari Sashi, so yeah, there'll probably be a yellow version of that coming at some point as well. But yeah, and not a lot other than that. Not a lot's changed. Mercedes, despite the fact it now has side pods, I haven't had to do anything to that. The only annoying thing is it's got this little thing next to the S on the Petronas bit, the Petronas rather. Lotus has had some minor changes to some sponsors, but not too much. The paint file's still exactly the same. McLaren's had one minor change on the sponsor livery. As I say, this is the Triple Crown one. I'll be doing the Chrome one in the next episode because that requires a little bit more work to do because they have changed some of the sponsors. Sauber, I still can't figure out how to get this one on the side pod to actually work correctly. So that needs a bit more work as well, but we won't be seeing this livery for too much longer. Spoiler there as well, but yeah, I mean, I actually quite like that Sauber livery. Like also, you guys seem to love this Aston Martin livery. I've taken out the Valvoline stuff as well. This was a lot of work because I've added that thing, and it's not actually realistic because it's got that that blue and red bit on the top. Haas is unchanged because the sports livery update came out before they introduced their upgrade, and of course so too is the Williams car is also unchanged. Now, if you follow F1 on social media, you might be mistaken that the Las Vegas Grand Prix is actually this weekend. It is not this weekend, which is why we're here at COTA, the Circuit of the Americas, because there is no Grand Prix this weekend. I mean, God help all the vomiting that's going to happen at the start of that Las Vegas parade thing. Anyway, I've made my feelings known about that. We're doing a 25% race because it turns out I've actually done one on F123 and the game's been out for 5 months already. Yeah, so there we go then. So 5 red lights then to the United States Grand Prix, and away we go. And it's actually a good start. Bad start for the Lotus there, Esteban Ocon. Let me have a look at Gasly around the outside. No, we're going to run on the outside. The inside might want to be, but obviously it's that tight corner, of course, the hairpin there. And we are ahead of the Haas and also the Williams of Logan Sargent as well, down to the inside of Pierre Gasly. A little bit of a twitch there on the rear end, but we have made that work. Sargent was all over the back of us actually, and of course the man that rigged to get himself a point here in real life as well. There's that twitch, but it was nevertheless a fair overtake on the Lotus of Pierre Gasly. Meanwhile, up at the front, Sergio Perez is the one who leads this race. Always a popular man here, as Russell from, I think that's Leclerc and Hamilton there, the two Mercedes going well, unlike what they did in real life at Brazil last weekend, as that is Max Verstappen going side by side with Oscar Piastri. A little bit of contact there. I don't think anyone's got any damage, but the Piastri is going to get back in front of Verstappen as they go through into the S section. Meanwhile, back to Alpha on lap number 4. Lando Norris has had a poor start, and we're going to compel him even further as well. I'm going to go around the outside of Ricciardo's old teammate and up to P11 as well. As I say, this is the DRS. Lando went defensive there. We went to the outside, and obviously we're able to take the racing line really, which is on that outside really, up to P11. So could we get points for Andretti? We'll have to wait and see. GM and Cadillac will probably also be here in real life should Andretti ever manage to get to F1, or even buying out Alpha Tauri or whatever, because there were rumours about that. As we defend from Norris there on lap number 6, and now we're going to attack Albon, who's lost DRS to Stroll. Albon, even though he's got the Williams, isn't quite as strong as it is in game as it is in real life. We give him space, a little bit too much space, but we are able to get the move done anyway at the next corner. That's going to bring us into the pits as well at the end of lap number 7 for our one and only stop onto a set of soft compound tyres. It's actually quite nice, because only now as the tyres gone on to past 25%, it's actually quite nice for once, not having to consider the tyre wear really compared to the AI. Yeah, Stroll's gone onto hard, so that is definitely a mistake, as we almost come out behind Norris, but almost unsafe release there, but not quite, as we come out in P15. But others, of course, have got to make their stops to follow a little wide there at the hairpin, but we're going to keep P15. But unfortunately, a certain 4-year-old has DRS, so I mean, there's just no comparison. We tried to go around the outside, but then missed the apex. You know, that was trying to cut in there, couldn't quite make that work. As well as we're watching Max Verstappen, and that's contact, and that's Verstappen's front wing damage, and he's going to have to come in, which will be a free position for everyone as well once he comes back out. As well as going for a dive bomb. That's a kamikaze dive bomb, drifting on the exit for good measure, but we're up into the points, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, that is one kamikaze dive bomb. You know, we just absolutely sent it from Narnia. You know, and drifted on the exit there for good measure as well. Now we're on the back end of Lance Stroll, running outside here at the hairpin onto the DRS, and we've got not a lot of DRS to play with as well. This Alpha Tauri is not the best in the straight line, as you know, it is the worst car in the game as well. We've both got DRS down to the next corner, and we almost went the back of Oscar Piastri. I've gone a bit deep, which allowed Norris to get past Stroll. So watching Carlos Sainz, who's ahead of his teammate, so Leclerc, I think, who was third at one point, has dropped down a few positions, but fortunately for Carlos, that his engine has given up and he's out of the race. So that's us to P7. We're going to make that P6. We're going to dart down the inside of Oscar Piastri and up to P6. Piastri on the pastry tyres there as well. Up at the front, George Russell has jumped Perez in this race, so Russell leads, and it's a Mercedes 1-2. Hamilton is also ahead of Perez, so Toto will be very happy if they can get a 1-2 next weekend at Las Vegas. And that's lap 12. Have McLaren left it too late? That's Lando Norris finally getting past his teammate, who seems to have got a bit of front wing damage there on the right hand end plate as well, but it doesn't take Norris long to catch back up to us on the final lap now. He's going to have DRS, we're going to squeeze into the inside, we've thought about doing the cut switch back, instead we're going to take a wide line to cut to the racing line and retain P6 for now. But now we're playing the DRS game, making sure that we have the DRS, annoyingly not taking the apex there as well, so the sun bears into our face. Apologies about that. As we go down this DRS, you can just about see Norris is gaining, but we're running out of DRS. Can we still make this move? Yes, we can down the inside. Under braking, Norris is still there, but we're going to get the move done. And up to P6. And Norris, I don't think has got anything through this final corner, or has he? He's closing it a bit wide there through the final corner there. Backham steps out again and across the line as Norris was almost pushing us across the line there for P6, and I'll definitely take that after we started for P17. Andretti will be happy with that after starting down in P17 as well. You know, that's probably more what they usually are. I kind of think there needs to be another update to the performance, but I don't think we're going to get that as well. But you know, 38.5, the people behind us obviously were a bit faster. You can see like the likes of Ocon who were in free air setting faster laps than us. Verstappen only P16. Yuki second to last. Not really sure what happened to him. I think Zhou had damage on the floor, which is why he was so slow. It seems that they just can't do anything about it, and they just don't bother retiring the car. Really, it needs to be sort of factored in really there in future games to come. But anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this F1 Fantasy Livery video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and you see plenty more F1 23 Fantasy Liveries as and when they come out. Let me know if you've got any that you still want to see in the comments below. I think I can't remember if there's a link to the playlist in the description as well. All the other links as well should be there to Discord and Race Department, where these mods will of course be uploaded, and of course updated for the ones that changed in the sports update at some point as well. So until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care, enjoy your day, and goodbye.